And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. The football season starts tonight with the championship game between Huddersfield and Burnley. We're not going to talk about that today, though. We're here to talk about tomorrow's game. It is, of course, the Community Shield, the major trophy that's only a major trophy if you win it. Otherwise, no one really cares. To be honest, that's not my mindset as far as I'm concerned. This is the English Super Cup. And if you want to talk about the importance of Super Cups or anything like that, just have a look at Dani Alves. Everyone goes on about how Dani Alves is the most decorated footballer of all time, but 13 of his 40 trophies are Super Cups. Be that UEFA Super Cups, La Liga Super Cups, Serie A Super Cups, or Liga and Super Cups. So, as far as I'm concerned, the game tomorrow is for a major trophy. It is the English Super Cup, better known as the Community Shield. So it absolutely counts in my opinion. It is a trophy that serial winners do care about. And when you think about serial winners, one of the first two names that will come to your head are Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp. And they, of course, are the two managers that will be competing for the Super Cup tomorrow. And as for the game itself, it's a really weird one to call because both teams have had rather abnormal pre-seasons. Like, Man City have only played 2 games, a 2-1 win against Club America and a 1-0 win against Bayern Munich. Both times they didn't really play their full first teams, so I don't know if that's just a Guardiola tactic because the World Cup's coming up, so he doesn't want his players burning out too quickly. I know as a Manchester United fan that we have 10 games in October alone, so he may not want to rush people back. He may think that his players are good enough that they can win their first few games of the season without being at their full fitness, so they can then be in peak form when the games are coming every 2 or 3 days. As for Liverpool, they've pretty much lost near enough every pre-season game, but then they've not really been playing their team the whole time. Obviously, I watched the Man United-Liverpool game. Jurgen Klopp played 3 different teams at 30 minutes each, so you never really got a full representation of it. The only time that they've really played their full team from start to middle of the second half was against RB Leipzig, and they won 5-0. So that's really what I'm looking at it. I'm sort of looking at it as the team that played Bayern Munich against the team that played Leipzig from a Manchester City and Liverpool perspective. And if we're using that as the judgment, then I think Liverpool probably get the win here. Like I said, it's still a tough one to call. It's the 2 best teams, arguably, in the world, unless Real Madrid are playing. But it's just weird. They're coming in with different form. It's the start of a new season, but don't get me wrong. Both of these managers, if they're not playing for the trophy, they're playing to beat this other team because they are the 2 rivals in terms of challenging for all the trophies over the last 3 or 4 years. It looks likely that they're going to be the only 2 teams competing for the trophies again this year. I know other sides have made improvements, but until the season starts, we don't really know how close to these 2 teams they are. So it's going to be these 2 teams right now challenging for everything. So respectively, they're going to want to put down an early marker against their opponents by beating them in this competition to say, hey, we're now the team to beat. So I'm going to stick with what I originally said. I am going to go for a Liverpool win. I'm going to go for 3-1 to Liverpool. I just think they offer a little bit more goal threat right now. I know that sounds a bit stupid when City have just signed Haaland, but I think from what I've seen so far in pre-season, Liverpool are offering a little bit more goal threat than Man City are. They don't seem to be creating as many chances as they normally do, whereas I think Liverpool, if they're full firing, they will break down that City defence because the City defence doesn't seem to be at full strength yet either. Will all remain to be seen. The only other small conversation to have left, I suppose, is the one between Haaland and Darwin Nunez. The 2 big strikers that have come in. A complete change of style for both. I mean, City and Liverpool have both sort of played with this false 9 position, be it Gabriel Jesus, Phil Foden, Kevin De Bruyne, Raheem Sterling for Man City, or Jota, Mane or Firmino for Liverpool. They've not really either had an out-and-out striker over their dominant runs over the last 3 or 4 years. And now both of them have signed 6-foot-plus number 9s. So very interesting to see how both teams adapt to having their new strikers in. Obviously, Haaland scored on his debut against Bayern Munich. Darwin Nunez scored 4 against RB Leipzig, albeit due to some keeping errors. But I think both players will have reasonably good seasons. I think one, if not both, will score in this game tomorrow. But for me, it is going to be Liverpool that take the win. As always, please let me know down in the comments what you think. Am I being a little bit crazy by saying Liverpool win this one pretty comfortably? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Who do you think is going to perform better this season, Haaland or Nunez? I'm going to throw it out there now. I think Nunez. But we shall see. We shall see. As always as well, please do like, share and subscribe and ring that bell because we still have lots of more content coming over the coming weeks. And I will see you again tomorrow for my Manchester United reactions. But looking ahead then to Sunday and the Women's Euro final. Thank you very much for watching.